Does your grocery budget seem to be blown out of the water every single month? Are you shocked every single time you look at that total? Well, in today's video, I'm going to teach you how I'm able to stick to our grocery budget and provide healthy meals for my family every single week. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm Lindsay with Organized to Save, and if we're just meeting, welcome. My goal on this channel is to help you get organized and be more productive with budget-friendly hacks and digital products so you can declutter and simplify. So I'm not gonna lie to you, my grocery budget has been all over the place the last couple years, from trying to get off debt, living off of rice and bean type meals, to having to switch to more whole foods, which obviously are more pricey for health reasons. But through all of these changes, I've picked up a couple tips along the way that have really helped us to stick to our budget and get dinner on the table every single night. So when we think of planning our meals, a lot of us might think to pull out our phones and to start browsing Pinterest for inspiration because, ooh, that looks good or that looks good. But you don't want to start here. You want to start here. You're going to want to start in your fridge, freezer, and pantry. You need to shop your house first to see what ingredients you can use that you already own instead of heading to the store to get new things. So now that you have your list, you're going to want to start looking at all the different ingredients that you already own and start piecing together meal ideas. Now, it's okay if you need to buy one or two things to go along with it, but the goal is that we are shopping our own house so that way we don't have to fill up our grocery cart and spend a lot of money. I personally love to plan out all of our meals on my grocery meal planning worksheet, which is on my Etsy shop. I'll have that linked down below. I like it because I can plan out what meals I want to do. Now, it's okay if you need to buy one or two things to go along with it, but the goal is that we are shopping our own house so that way we don't have to fill up our grocery cart and spend a lot of money. I also love it because I can actually go back to previous weeks and see what meals we've made, things that have frequently been on my grocery shopping list. So that actually helps me with budgeting as well because I generally know what kind of things we buy from week to week just by looking what I put down on my grocery shopping list. Just because we're planning these meals on specific days of the week doesn't mean that you necessarily have to eat them on that day. The idea is just to have a plan so that way you're actually utilizing the groceries that you're purchasing or already have in your own home. As you're planning out these meals, you're going to want to keep in mind that we are aiming to use up things that we already own first. And I also want to encourage you, don't forget, you can substitute things. Recently, I wanted to make a spinach quiche, but the recipe called for heavy whipping cream, which I didn't have on hand. So I checked my fridge and I had half and half, and it worked out perfectly. Don't forget, you can make substitutions as well. Now that you have your list ready, you can look at all of these store ads or apps on your phone to see what things that are already on your list are on sale. Now, I want to encourage you to not look at the ads. For example, that lovely Costco one, that gets me every time. I get looking at all the things that are on sale and I get caught up in that trap and realize that those things that are on sale might not be things that we actually need. So just be cautious of what you are looking at when you're looking at the ads and only be buying things that you actually need. Now, one great tip for you, if you do want to take advantage of the store sales, add in a little bit extra money. For example, if your family eats lots of ground beef and beef is on sale that week, stock up. You can always freeze it for later. So buy it at the great sale price, but just make sure that you have the budget in order to cover that cost. Okay, so we've got our meals planned, we have our list, and we're ready to head to the store, right? Nope. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Order your groceries online. Now, this is something that I try to do quite often. I still do like to go to the store occasionally just because I like to go to Aldi and Costco. But if you are needing to stick to your budget, Shopping online and doing the pickup is a great way to go because you can see your total as you're adding things to your cart. It's also going to save you time as well. So if you are super busy and do not have hours on end to spend meandering the grocery aisles, and also getting distracted by all the end caps and the sale signs that they put up, try shopping online and see how much time it'll actually save you every single week. Which brings me to my next tip, that when you get home from the grocery store, you want to make sure that you're actually storing your food properly. Now I have a whole video on my top 10 ways that you can store your food properly, because if you're not storing your stuff properly and it's rotting in your fridge, you are again throwing away money into the trash. Now, if you're just starting from the beginning and try to figure out how much to actually spend on your groceries, I would encourage you to start by tracking what you've previously been spending on your groceries. Look at the last 3 months or start tracking it now if you don't have those records, and see what your typical spending is. Now, you need to figure out where you've been coming from so that way you can figure out how to improve your budget. And keep in mind, as you implement these meal planning techniques, it's gonna start saving you money on your grocery budget, which is amazing. But I want you to keep in mind that a grocery budget, along with all other budgets, it's important to track, reevaluate, and rework your budgets as needed. Now, if you're ready to start meal planning, I will leave that meal planning worksheet down below so you can go check it out. But if you need some more inspiration on just trying to figure out how to start off with a budget, make sure you check out the playlist on your screen right now, as it's filled with awesome budget-friendly hacks that you can start implementing today to start making changes in your own pocketbook. We'll see you in the next video.